Oh, hey, so welcome back everyone. This is part 2 of the railway embankment build. If you saw the intro section, you just, or if you didn't see it, basically you just missed me laying out basically what the direction of the project's going to be, what parts we needed, just some of the elements that I collected, some of the pieces that I got together already, and just some simple design features of it. But if you missed that one, no problem. You never missed any building, any techniques, so here we go with the next segment. Again, working with, just to recap, the 12-inch tiles, 11 3/4, and 10-inch wide tiles, and this is going to be the base for the embankment. So we start with that, and first thing you need to do is you need to get some foam. And I just use, for this part, I'm not using the green foam, the Oasis that I normally use right now. I'm just actually going to use white foam. You can use blue foam if you want. It's more dense, it's easily shaped. I'm actually going to do a slightly different method with the shaping of the slope, so I'm not actually going to do a lot of sanding, and because I'm not doing a lot of sanding when I use this is a little lighter, and for me shipping's an issue sometimes, so I try to cut weight where I can. But if you're at home and you don't care about using heavier materials, go for the blue foam. Pink foam works fine as well, but you can also use this stuff. This stuff's more readily available. I'm sure you have lots of stuff that comes packed with this thing, with this white foam. So here I am. Basically what you need to do is you need to cut a 11 3/4 inch section or 12-inch section, whatever you're using for your base plate. And what I have them at is I have them cut at about 5 inches. So it's a little less than half of the total distance. And there's no reason I chose 5 inches. I did choose 5 because it's sort of, when you match up the bridge I'm going to use, it sort of gave me about an inch on either side, and that's the only reason I went with 5 inches. So you can make it as wide or as narrow as you want. Obviously you're going to want to have it at least as wide as your top of your embankment. So traditionally I go with something that's about a ½ inch wider than what I'm going with. Here I'm going with a little bit wider one, again because I'm working with a wider base. So what I did is I worked out to be three sections, 3 pieces. 2 are same thickness and 1 is slightly thicker. Only reason being is when matched up, they go to the top of my bridge. So if you could find a solid piece, 1 piece, that would work even better. Unfortunately, I didn't have that option, so I went with 3 pieces. Makes no difference. They're going to be glued together, and it's going to be a solid chunk of styrofoam anyways. That being said, this is not rocket science. Sorry. What we're going to do is glue down 1. Make sure you have it to the edge, leading edge, and on either side. You can leave a little bit of a stagger if you want. If you want your pieces to, say you had 2 adjoining pieces, like this. If you wanted to have one slightly offset, it could make a nice sliding fit for you, like that, and will help your pieces from moving. If you want to have them all with the same joint, that's fine as well. I'm going with single joint just simply because it's less work for me, and also if the customer so chooses to drop off a tile, you don't have a stagger. Just less cosmetically appealing, I guess, if the stagger's there. So your choice, stagger or single joint, that's up to you. And like I said, I'm going with the single joint. So here we go. I glue all those down, 1 2 3. You can put some sticks down through, some toothpicks, whatever you like, to add a little bit of extra support. Not necessary though, because it's not going to move. Once that's done, you can slide that aside. Here I have one. Sorry, that's already finished, so you can see. Solid, 1 2 3. It's not going anywhere. Hit that. It's fine. Not moving, not sliding, not doing anything. Eventually, what I'll end up with is 5 of these, all in a row, and all forming a solid base. So obviously here's going to be my nice slope, here's my top of my embankment, my bridge is going to match up. Now, the only real like a bit of work that really comes down in this section is when you have your small sections. Here I have one of the small sections done, and what I've done, again remembering if you saw the first segment, you have to have the 3-inch gap in the center for the roads. Now, here's one that's finished. If you can see, again, I still use the 1, 2, 3 layers, but I've cut down 2 of them, and then on the bottom layer, I cut a shape similar to the end of the bridge. It fits in like so. It locks in place. I do this for 2 reasons. One, I'm eventually going to put some filler in here and have a nice slope down, hiding part of the bridge. I don't want it this high because I'm going to hide too much of the bridge and it will look very artificial. Second reason I do that is because I'm going to make the bridge removable. If you take the bridge out, what I can do is, 1, ship it a lot easier. 2, I can take that out if the customer wants for any reason to shorten the bridge down. So I can pop out the section, slide the bridge together, make it a 5-foot embankment. If he doesn't want that option or he wants something else, I can take off one end, I can have a nice slope for whatever reason. It's a lot easier than if I were to mount the bridge in, like so, and leave it. It makes it very sort of fragile or flimsy. It's fairly sturdy, but the potential is there to have this break. So to eliminate the possibility of that, I'm going to leave it removable for now. You can decide later whether you want to leave it in. That's completely up to you. I may change my mind later if I find that it's sturdy enough. Right now I'm making it so that I can easily remove it and work on it a lot easier. So I've cut that shape into both sides of the bridge. It's right here. I haven't put the other one on here yet. I was just going to show you just very quickly. It's just a matter of putting glue down and putting it in. It's not brain surgery, but I'll just show you. Again, using Weld Bond. It's just a white glue that I prefer. Dries nice and clear, so just put down generous amounts. When you put down the foam to match up, that's the idea, is just give it a little swirl, make it work in. It's already, like, I can almost pick that up instantaneous. So that's how tacky this glue is. It's a pretty fantastic product. So just matching it up. Again, push it down, make sure it's lined up with the edges. It's going to be sanded eventually, so it's not super necessary that it's flush, but if you start with a flush edge, then it does make it a little bit easier later on. So again, there's my 2 sections for the center. They then match up to these ones, which in turn match up to the next ones, and so on and so forth. So pretty simple design. I didn't show this because I thought you wouldn't be able to do it. I just showed it because it's one of the processes and one of the steps that I've been going through, and I didn't want to leave anything out. So sure, I won't have too many questions about that, but if you're wondering about maybe some measurements or some different design elements of this, fire me an email. I'll let you know what I think and what I can do for you. And just stay tuned for the next step. Just to give you a preview, the next step will be, once I have all these glued, which I just have one left actually. I left that off just for the video, just so I could show you. What I'm going to do next is actually cut the sharp edge. I'm just going to take that off with a knife. It's going to be a butcher show, really. And then I'm going to start showing what I'm going to do with this. So I think I'm actually going to do a plaster, sort of almost like a paper mache-ish type design, because I want to actually incorporate some rock features right into it. I haven't done it before with the foam, so it's going to be a new technique for me. So we'll see how it works out, and if you like it, try it out. If you don't, then you get to see me with my time. So cheers.